I thought working security at an abandoned prison would be easy money. No inmates, no staff, just me, a flashlight, and 8 hours alone in a building that should have been empty. But around 2:13 in the morning, I heard someone whisper my name from cell block C. I was the only person there. At least, that's what I believed. My name is Daniel, and this happened 3 years ago when I was desperate for cash. A private company had bought an old prison on the outskirts of town. The plan was to turn it into a tourist attraction, but construction was delayed. Until then, they needed someone to patrol the grounds at night. The pay was incredible. The only catch was that everyone in town refused to work there. They all said the same thing. People hear things, so I laughed it off. On my first night, the building felt exactly how you'd imagine. Rusted bars, cracked concrete, and a smell like damp stone and old metal. The kind of silence that feels too heavy. For the first few hours, nothing happened. I made my rounds, checked the doors, and tried not to think about the stories I'd heard. Then at exactly 2:13 a.m., my radio crackled. A voice came through. My voice. Daniel, come to cell block C. I froze. I grabbed the radio and asked who was there. Only static answered. I told myself it was interference, maybe someone playing a prank. But as I stood there, I heard it again. Not through the radio this time, from the hallway ahead. Daniel. The voice was identical to mine. Same tone, same cadence, like hearing a recording of myself, except wrong somehow. I should have left. Instead, I followed it. The prison map said cell block C was closed off because of structural damage. The steel door leading there was secured with a heavy chain and padlock. But when I reached it, the chain was lying on the floor. The door was already open. I stepped inside. My flashlight flickered. Rows of empty cells stretched into darkness. Then I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, matching my own. When I stopped walking, the footsteps continued. One more step, then another. As if something was still approaching, my radio burst alive. Again, it was my voice, but this time it was panicked. Don't look in the last cell. I turned and ran. I wish I had listened, because as I sprinted toward the exit, my flashlight swept across the final cell at the end of the block. And for less than a second, I saw someone standing behind the bars. Me. Same uniform, same face. But his head was tilted too far to one side, and he was smiling. I slammed the door behind me and locked it. The footsteps began pounding against the other side. Then my voice screamed through the metal, "Daniel, don't leave me in here." I ran all the way to the security office and barricaded the door. For the next 3 hours, the radios throughout the building turned on one by one. Every speaker carried my voice, sometimes whispering, sometimes begging, sometimes laughing. At sun